All right, guys, I am back and we're gonna work on a little paper clip. I've done banner ones before, but not this size. So I'm gonna take some of the strips we had from a couple of videos ago and we'll just kind of stack up the banners, because I think the banners will look cute with this, but I'm not really sure what length to make them. So we're gonna kind of just guess. Okay, so I might need to straighten that fold up a little. So I hope you guys are all doing well. It's the same day. So I'm bound and determined we're gonna get some videos recorded so I can release them over the next couple of days, because I sure do miss you guys. Okay, so then, like I said, I'm just kind of winging it here. I mean, I probably should be using a scoreboard and all that jazz, but who has time for scoreboards? Okay, I think I want this one just a tad longer. And then I was thinking maybe a light color. Oh, I think I have, or the other green color might work. Well, I do have to tell you a funny. I have an uncle who lives in Texas, and we were getting Gracie's graduation announcements ready, and we're so late mailing them out. Like, I just mailed them yesterday. I'm like, we are so far behind this year. And actually, let's do this color. So anyways, like I said, we're like really behind. And so I texted him because I didn't have one of his son's current mailing address, because they just moved and I knew that they had. And I hadn't gotten the new mailing address yet, but let's do it this way. My uncle's actually really funny, but he's got this weird sense of humor that not everybody gets. And it was pretty adorable. So, I mean, it was a couple of days before he got back to me, maybe, or maybe just a day. And so then he was telling me that he had to take his phone in to the shop for an oil change and a lube. I was like, wow. Yeah, he's a pretty silly guy. He always kind of has been. It hasn't been since I like a little bit older that I really kind of got his humor. So yeah, there's that. So I bantered with him a little bit back and forth. I think he enjoyed it as much as I did. Anyways, yeah, he sure is a clown. All right, so here's what I do to find the middle. Is I bend this in half and create a little, normally a little crease there. So I'm going to do that with all of these, and then I'm going to stack them together and cut up however much I think I need to. Okay, I'm going to stack together right on the creases. Now, they're a little bit different width, which is okay. Not worried about that. Okay. And when they're completely lined up at the bottom, we're going to snip up like that. So they're all the same. Okay. So then I take and just go corner to tip, or like the tip of the fold there. or like where I cut off, like right there. If I do that, you guys can see it a little bit better. I'm gonna go tip. Oh, that one's off quite a bit. That's all right. That's why they call it crafting, right? Yeah, this one's off too a little bit. It's all right. Okay. That is that. Let's get these like lined up on our little paper clip here. It's kind of fun doing mini stuff, huh? I don't know if you guys find it fun, but I do. Anything small is cute, as long as you can get it in your fingers. Okay. I think we talked about doing a paper clip series, huh? I'll add it to the list of videos that I want to do. Yeah. So work's going well. Not much to report there. Still having fun, learning all kinds of new things. Come on, go up in there. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just off center it just a little bit. Maybe not quite that much though. Okay. That way, hopefully, just a tad more. This little guy. I'm gonna have to glue the other parts down a little bit more too, like in between here. I just wanted to get this part set first. Actually, I think I might go ahead and make it just a little shorter, which I'm just gonna go up like so, because it seemed like it was a little bit long there. Little's cute and all until you can't get it to go where it should, huh? Fiddly little thing. Oh, and I'm gonna sneeze too. Excuse me. Excuse me. Anyways, yeah, I've had kind of a cold all week too. That's not been fun. At first, I thought it was allergies. It's definitely not allergies because my chest's been heavy. But I'm not really surprised because I've been pretty healthy for a couple of years. And so, yeah, really not shocked. Not shocked that eventually I was bound to get sick. You know, I literally just cleaned this thing. What is it doing here? You know, what's really weird is Gracie usually has like really bad allergies this time of year, and she hasn't really been too sick with her allergies, which I'd gladly take them from her, obviously, because I don't want her to be sick, but okay. All right. Not bad for my first little mini clip, I think. Okay. I was going to put this on there, but I think that might be a little too big. So maybe I'll go back to the butterfly I was thinking of. Or, I mean, we could do a rose. Roses are always pretty. Not so much. think I really have any more tiny stuff. Oh, here's a little bit shorter one. Okay, now what do we say we put some lace behind it? That covers up the whole thing, doesn't it? In both directions. Okay. Now what? There's a little piece of lace here. Okay, I like that. That should work. Should have just grabbed it for the first time, right? Because I had seen it and liked it. Set it down. It's usually the first, right? The first thing you think. So that's my experience. Oops. Okay. All right, so that, if it were to have glued down, which I think I'm going to have to put a little more glue on it. I think I'll just have to clip that too. Okay, so we'll let that sit for a second, all clipped and everything. And then put that back in there so I don't lose it. And then I have another little one, but it's going to require the other glue. And I've already kind of done some of the prep because I knew it would take us a little bit with that paper clip and being as small as what it is. We're going to make a booklet of sorts out of one of the kit journal cards. And I think a couple years ago I got a little booklet like this from in one of the journals from Lori. I don't remember if it was a journal we swapped or if it was a gift she gave me. That I don't remember. So anyways, I'm going to kind of emulate it a little bit. She had all kinds of like cute little pockets and stuff like that on it. I don't think I'm going to put pockets in this one, but yeah, it's one of those, you could almost make it kind of like a little mini journal, obviously, paper pad. Boy, I'm getting a little, oh, no, that's not what we want. Well, my first mistake was grabbing a tissue instead of a paper towel. Yeah, you guys should totally fire me. And this that I'm going to use, it's called a glue eraser. I get mine at the dollar store, but you can get them also at Hobby Lobby. And they, this is like half of a brick. I gave the other half to my mom, oh gosh, years ago. 2 years ago, maybe. They last forever. So if you can find them at your local Dollar Tree in the crafting section, it's just like a weird textured rubber eraser. Like I said, it comes in a square. I don't know that I haven't been to the dollar store in so long, I don't know. And I wasn't really looking for those, so the last time I was in, so I don't know. Okay, so this is going to be the paper on the inside. Here's the back. So we're going to take this and this. And I do think this is about perfect in length, so I'm going to use this. No, maybe I'm not, because that's going to be, well, I don't necessarily mind if it covers her up a little bit. Okay. So, I'm going to go like this. Get my Fabri-Tac going. It's been probably a month or better before I had any of this out too. Holy cow. Okay. Go on this side. Oh shoot. You know what I should have done? Not too late though. Take a little bit of this off. That's what we should have done. Darn it. Well, looks like today's episode, guys, is what not to do. Yeah, because that looks a little bit big, doesn't it? I don't know. No, I'm going to just glue it down. And we will just call that good. And then I'll throw a little bit of lace on this other side. To kind of even it out so it doesn't look so weird on the back. Lace. Yeah, sure. That looks good. Let's just go and cut that stuff off. Okay, so we're getting closer to this looking like it should. Okay, cap the glues, get all this lace out of the way for a second. Sometimes it gets really messy before it gets really cool, right? Okay, and let me get out my cart here because I think I might have some of that green. Or something green related that would look good on that piece there. What do you want to bet I can't find it now? Oh, there's a blue or a gray. All right, I might pause this because I know there's a pretty, no, I don't really care for that. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I found it. Took me a minute, but I found it. So, but I think I want the bow to be on this side this time. So I'll show you how you guys start that. It's just really just backwards of what we did before. Instead of starting on the inside, you start on the outside. And I don't have any idea where this is going in the journal, but I have been wanting to make one kind of like this. So yeah, turns out I did really great for this one. So it's just the same kind of pattern sequences. We're just gonna do it on the outside, so then the bow is on this side instead. All right, oops, that was the wrong place to put that. Okay, okay, I like it, I like it, I like it. Okay, super cute. All right, but I need a little bit. Sometimes when you use this stuff, you're gonna have to glue a little bit there because they don't like to stay knotted. So I just usually put a little bit of glue down by that knot, and then it dries clear. And then it just kind of seeps down in there. Tap it down. Like so. Leave it set for a minute. Oh, so stinking cute. Now, I think we'll go back to the paper clip for a minute. Make sure it's all dry and good. Yep. Okay. All right, so then this will paper clip this together and keep it closed when we go on the page. All right, I like that. All right, guys. All right, so I'm gonna put the journal together. I gotta still sew the cover. Then I'll put it together, and maybe I'll come back for one more and we'll glue it all in together, and then we'll just do the flip through right there on the video like I used to do. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. Bye.